Welcome, and thank you for joining me as we continue to explore the esoteric and modern tarot meanings. The essence of the Empress card is fertility. A.E. Waite points out the ripening corn in front of the Empress and describes her this way. She is above all things universal fecundity, and the outer sense of the word, page 40. Fecundity, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, is another word for fertility. Then later, Waite explains, in another order of ideas, the card of the Empress signifies the door or gate by which an entrance is obtained in this life. Page 40. This latter explanation connects well with Chris Ann's depiction of the Empress as a pregnant woman with the earth as her stomach. This hints at both the fertility and pregnancy aspect of this card. Chris Ann describes the Empress card as, this Gaian Empress radiates fertile energy, positive outcomes, and unconditional love. Page 24. Colette Baron Reid's Empress focuses on golden wheat as a symbol of fertility, with the Empress holding the wheat before her and vegetation on her head. However, unlike the other depictions of the Empress, this one is not pregnant. In Colette's book, the Empress is listed with the word fertility. Colette says, this is a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experiences. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. Page 5. The cheap version of the Rider-Waite Tarot describes this card as fruitful instead of fertility, but it carries the same meaning. Jason Lauderhand describes the Empress as the Divine Mother loves us all, great and small. She appears to us as the Empress, who represents the entire natural support system that keeps us going on a day-to-day basis. The whole idea of fertility and growth is almost the polar opposite of the High Priestess, and yet they are two aspects of the same thing. The High Priestess knows everything. The Empress does everything. Key 3 is in the production business. Fruitfulness and plenty, peace and prosperity are in the nature of this key. It's a bringer forth of everything that's needful. The Earth Mother is the aspect of nature that supports us in the most direct way. Page 50. Now let's get into the details of the original tarot with Paul Foster Case's breakdown of the symbols in his cards. First, the tile of the Empress means she who sets in order. This is the depiction of the divine feminine. To Paul Foster Case, the Empress represents subconscious activity. In the background are cypress trees, sacred to the mother goddess Venus. The wheat in the front is sacred to the Egyptian mother goddess Hathor and the Greek mother goddess Ceres. The waterfall and pool in the background represents the stream of consciousness. The origin of the stream is the flowing robe of the High Priestess. The interaction of the waterfall and the pool is in a subtle interaction of the masculine and feminine. The stream, directed by the magician, waters the garden, making it fertile. The myrtle wreath on her head represents the vegetable kingdom, just like the fool, but myrtle is also a plant sacred to Venus. The golden hair represents radiant energy. The Empress wears a crown of 12 stars, which represent the 12 zodiacal signs, the 12 months of the year, and time. Her foot rests on a silver crescent moon in Paul Foster Case's tarot because the subconscious activities she symbolizes have their basis in the primary powers of subconsciousness, which tarot pictures in the High Priestess. Page 60. He goes on to explain, actually there is no fundamental difference between the High Priestess and the Empress, but the High Priestess symbolizes the virgin state of the cosmic subconscious, whereas the Empress typified the productive generating activities of the same subconscious, after it has been impregnated by seed ideas originating at the self-conscious level represented by the magician. Page 60 to 61. Now, what Paul Foster Case is talking about here may sound a little confusing because of the old-fashioned style, but what he is describing here is subconscious programming, which is, in essence, the process of manifestation. The High Priestess represents the subconscious mind before it is worked with. That is when the subconscious is just running off of the normal patterns that it is used to. When you plant intentions into the garden of your subconscious, it becomes the Empress. The 7 pearls around the neck of the High Priestess is a symbol of Venus, who is said to have been born in a clamshell like a pearl. They represent the 7 planets and the 7 alchemical metals. In the case deck, the Empress wears a green robe that represents Venus. In the Rider-Waite pack case notes that she wears a white robe with a flower pattern in the shape of the symbol for Venus. There is a heart-shaped shield with a dove on it, which is the bird sacred to Venus. The shield is made of copper, the alchemical metal assigned to Venus. This is also a departure from the Waite Tarot that has the symbol of Venus on the shield with upper circular part filled with green. Now the scepter she carries has a globe of the world at the top. This represents that she has dominion over the physical material realm. In the end, the modern interpretation of the card for divination is very similar to what this card represents in the development of the consciousness of someone on the spiritual path. Well, we've come to the end of what I wanted to share this regarding the Empress card. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Bye for now.